So here's another company that we would love to see go international. And of course, after Honor's release of them going not international, but going outside of just China, they will be releasing the phone in different markets. Oppo would be another company I would love to see release in different markets too. Now, with their brand new phone coming out, the Find N2, here's where things get a little interesting. Their inside display, which already has been noted as being very revolutionary, having no crease down the middle, and absolutely looking amazing in every way possible, really being the phone where, if this was an international release, it would be the biggest competitor to Samsung, period. This would be the Z Fold 4 competitor, and I think a lot of people might go with this phone over the Z Fold 4 based on just looking at it and based on using it. It's a really amazing phone. While their brand new Find N2, which is their next generation version, will be actually using a Samsung display. Yes, you heard that correctly. They're going to be using a Samsung display that's only used in a couple cell phones. So not only are they going to technically be competing with Samsung on a somewhat of a level, they're also going to be using Samsung's actual display to go ahead and power their brand new phone. So if we go ahead and look at this real fast, it says Oppo Find N2 display specs leak. As per the new leak from Digital Chat Station, the Oppo Find N2 will pack a 5.54-inch panel with a 2120 by 1080p pixels resolution. The most interesting part is it will be a Samsung E6 AMOLED screen. This is the latest generation and is presented only in a few phones. The inner display also uses an E6 AMOLED, and this will also have 120 hertz inside display, which will be a 7.1-inch inside display with a 1920 by 1792 pixel resolution. You heard that correctly. Oppo is going to be making a creaseless inside display, an inside display that's going to literally have a Samsung display. This is going to be quite the interesting 2023. Now, if you guys are new, the reason why we do love Oppo, other than the fact the inside display is absolutely amazing, they also have really good cameras on this device. So this is a 32 megapixel selfie camera on each and a triple camera setup on the back. The main camera will have a Sony IMX800 with a 50 megapixel resolution. It will also bring a 48 megapixel shooter with a 114 degree ultra wide and a 32 megapixel 2x telephoto unit. The phone also has a real mounted shooters with Mako Silicon, Omari Silicon, XMPU, and Hasselblad tweaks. So, yeah. This looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, this picture right here is actually, I think this is the Oppo Find N5G 1. This is the first generation, but still, it's probably going to look a lot like the first generation of this phone. I'm not expecting too much tweaks when it comes to the, actual phone's body and phone in general. We're probably going to see something like we see with the Z Fold 4. Where the Z Fold 3 and the Z Fold 4 look pretty much exactly the same. The big difference, of course, being the under the hood type of stuff. And that's probably what we're going to see with this brand new Oppo Find N2 phone. Is it's going to be the under the hood's going to be amazing, while the phone might look very similar to the first iteration. Which, to be honest, I say this all the time, especially with the Surface Duo 1 and 2, there was no real reason to change the Surface Duo 1 to going to the 2. Other than, yes, obviously you have to add the camera bump. You had to give it some kind of camera. But other than that, if it's a beautiful body and beautiful hardware, you don't really have to change it much. Yes, if the hardware is absolute dog water, then you have to. But if it's not dog water, no, don't fix something that isn't broken. Excuse me. So it says that it will come with a 4520 megahertz battery with 67 watts fast charging and a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor, which of course is going to be, some may think that the Snapdragon 10 Gen 2 would be better option, but Oppo wants to keep it for the future Oppo Find 3, which is not surprising at all, right? Let's be honest. We saw this with Honor too. Not only is it the fact they want to keep it for the future, it's because they also want to go ahead and make sure the price tag is low. Cool thing about the Oppo Find 5G 1 was the price tag. It came out at $1,200. And when you put that in the market with the Surface Duo 2, which is $1,500, and the Galaxy Z Fold 4, which is $1,800, it's a perfect price tag at $1,200. Honor is doing the same concept here with a $1,000 price tag because they're using an outdated processing unit, a Snapdragon Gen 1, which is still absolutely amazing. Completely misspoke. They're not outdated at all. It, by the way, is not even close to outdated. It's amazing, but it is a generation behind, which of course some people are going to be upset about, and some people are going to be, well, this is still going to be a great processing unit and a great phone. So overall wise, I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited for it. I cannot wait to see it release, and I'm hoping it does release in more than just China. You know, if Honor's going more international, hopefully we see Oppo do the same concept. Oppo and Vivo, which are both sister companies of each other. Now, I will say, though, you know, this, of course, is because Samsung is putting their presence a lot in China now. They're pushing more toward having as many, you know, countries as possible under their, I don't say under their control, but under their monopoly when it comes to selling the Z Fold 4. So this is pushing more companies to go outside China, now kind of going international. So tell me down below, guys, would you pick up this brand new phone? Would you pick up the Find N2? I'll be honest, if it comes out at a $1,200 price tag again with a Find 1, I don't see why you don't. I really don't see why you don't at this point. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, hit the like, comment down below. See you guys next one. Peace out.